So for those of you that don't know me, I am Karenna Bays, and this is the first video that I'm making for a 15-week series, and I'm calling it What's Karenna Cooking? I am doing this assignment for a social media marketing class, so I figured I would start this one today with a couple snacks that would be good for the Super Bowl. So I am doing jalapeno poppers with bacon and cowboy cheese dip. So before you start prepping everything, you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 425 because the prep time for this is really quick. It's only about 10 to 15 minutes. And you want to go ahead and set your cream cheese out so that it gets somewhere closer to room temperature so that it's easier to mix in. I have a cup of sharp cheddar here, and I like to shred it from the block just because I think it tastes better and melts better. So I went ahead and put my cream cheese in the microwave for about 15 seconds just because I didn't set mine out early enough. But we're gonna mix the cream cheese and your cup of cheese and also the bacon pieces all together in a bowl. I have finished mixing all of the ingredients. So I'm just gonna take a regular spoon and fill up the jalapenos. I would use one of those little cookie dough or ice cream scoopers. That would be just the right amount for one of these, but I don't have one here at school, so I'm just gonna use a spoon. So I've filled all of my jalapeno halves and I'm gonna stick it in the oven. And I'm gonna leave that in there for about 10 to 12 minutes. So while we're waiting on those to cook, I am going to throw a half a pound of ground beef into a skillet. And we'll go ahead and start letting that cook for the cowboy cheese dip. I forgot to set a timer and completely forgot about these, but they actually look perfect. So I would say about 10 minutes is good. And beef is almost done here, so I don't have crushed red pepper flakes, so I'm using a little bit of chili powder, which is what I usually use when I cook beef, and then just a little bit of salt and pepper. I've finished cooking the beef, and it calls for 3/4 of a cup of pale ale, so I am using Natural Light. And we're just gonna dump that in there and let that reduce for about 4 to 5 minutes. So I had 2 leftover jalapeno halves, and the recipe doesn't call for it, but I think I'm gonna add them in because I like hot things. I'm still waiting on the poppers to cool over here, so while we're doing that, I decided not to drain this any, and hoping that it's gonna help with the consistency once we add this cheese. So this is a half a cup of pepper jack cheese. So stir that in, and then in just a second we're gonna add a pound of Velveeta cheese. So I'm just gonna start adding the Velveeta cheese in here in smaller chunks. So I'm still waiting on my cheese chunks to melt, and I already had 1 jalapeno popper, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. So we got a really good consistency going here from letting the cheese melt. So I'm going to add in, it's 1 cup of black beans. It says 1/4 a cup, but I love red onions, so I just cut up a bunch. It also calls for 1 can of the Rotel diced tomatoes. That, and then the cilantro I've got here. I'm just gonna do it like this. Stir it in. I have my scoops here, and I'm just gonna try it and see how it tastes. And just add a little more flavor and stirring it up. Okay guys, so like I said, these were super simple, super quick snacks for Super Bowl Sunday. So that concludes my first video of I was not thinking. Wash your hands after you cut jalapenos and don't touch your eyes. I am hardcore struggling right now. So, as I was saying, this is concluding my first video of What's Karenna Cooking. I'll be posting a video every week for the next 15 weeks. Thank you.